Good morning, Destiny players, and hey, the new season of Destiny 2 is here. Each class has a new exotic, so let's talk about the one that has gained particular excitement within the community. I am Bladeburger, your local in response I sack my chimney imp kind of guy. Check out my memberships, I do have them. I am also only a mere 150 followers away from the big 1,000 as I'm making this video, so help a burger out and do what the algorithm gods like. Now, let's get to the build. This build centers around two exotics, the Monte Carlo and the new Pyrogale Gauntlets for Titan. Let's talk about what they do. Monte Carlo is an exotic kinetic auto rifle that does a few things. Number one is that dealing damage gives melee energy, and kills have a chance to fully refresh your melee energy. Number B is that melee kills and kills with Monte Carlo increases damage up to 5 stacks. Melee kills reload the weapon as well. This weapon is very good for melee builds, and with Pyrogales it gets even better. Pyrogale Gauntlets does two things as well. Number A is that it converts Burning Ball into a burst super, making 5 cyclones of flame instead of being a roaming super. It also allows your Consecration ability, where you leap up and slam the ground, to make a cyclone as well. I will note that this build has two routes. The first is a kickstart based build, which is the video here. The second option is based around surges. I can remake this build for surges, if you in the comments section want me to. With the exotics covered, let's talk class. For class, we're on Solar Titan obviously. Burning Ball is a super of choice because Pyrogale works with it. For Grenade, I chose to use Firebolt as it has the quickest cooldown. You'll see why in a bit. For Melee, really doesn't matter as you'll primarily be using Consecration. For Aspects, Consecration. When sliding, activate your charge melee to leap into the air and send a wave of fire forward, scorching enemies. You can reactivate it when in the air to slam down, releasing a second, larger wave of fire. It's the slam that actually releases the cyclone from Consecration. Enemies who are scorched that are hit by the second wave ignite. The second aspect is Roaring Flames. Kills with solar abilities or ignitions increase your solar ability damage, stacking up to 3 times. An all-star for Solar Titan. Why not Sunspots though? Ability damage with Roaring Flames steps up to 20% according to Google, so it can allow the already high damage Consecration to do even more damage, and make it so the burst damage of the new Burning Ball to do more damage than Aquarius Thunder Crash. It's pretty nutty. Sunspots are cool, but so is a lot of freaking damage. For Fragments, Ember of Singeing. Your class ability recharges faster when you scorch enemies. Ember of Torches. Powered melee attacks, so our Consecration, make you and nearby allies radiant. Ember of Char. Your solar ignition spreads scorch to nearby targets who aren't incinerated by the holy hellfire of my Titan. Ember of Searing. Defeating scorch enemies gives melee energy, and makes a fire sprite, which gives grenade energy. For stats and other weapons, I prioritize Intellect and Strength to get both the super and melee back quicker. Yes, I know Monte Carlo exists, whatever. For other weapons, really you can use whatever you feel like. I use a Forbearance because if you haven't used Forbearance, you need to use Forbearance. I crafted the second one just for this. No, you don't understand. I need to only use one weapon for the entire time I play Destiny 2. It's my best friend. Anyways, on to the mods. The usual overview of mods has been moved back to after the mods are shown off. Haha, get wrecked nerds. Let's get into them. For Helmet, double hands on. Gain extra super energy on melee kills. We also have Kinetic Siphon. Rapid kills with kinetic weapons makes it overpower. On Arms, Melee Kickstart. Using a powered melee gives you melee energy back, and more melee energy with each charge that you have that are consumed on activation. We also have Momentum Transfer. Gain melee energy when you deal damage with a grenade. Thirdly, Heavy-Handed. Power melee kills makes an overpower. On Chest Piece, Double Charged Up, putting our max armor charges from 3 to 5. On Boots, Double Invigoration, giving us melee energy when we pick up an armor power. We also have Elemental Charge, which gives us a chance to get an armor charge where we collect a class collectible, so fire sprites for us. On Class Item, Double Outreach. Gain melee energy when you use your class ability. We also have Reaper, a Bladeburger special, which makes an aura power on our first weapon kill after using a class ability. So there's the mods, and here's the overview of them. Now that I have your watch time in my pocket, you may screenshot and leave if you desire. Please don't, I get lonely. But anyways, here's the overview. Now let's talk synergy. How do the mods and abilities work together? With Monte Carlo, melee is pretty easy. You can spam Consecration just about infinitely. Leap up, slam, and kill. Make an orb through a kill with either melee or Monty, then collect it for an armor charge and an invigoration trigger, giving me melee energy. The Kickstart allows us to not use Monte Carlo as much, with Kickstart getting us pretty high on our charge, and Monty only needing a few hits to get us the rest of the way. It's redundancy. We could wait a bit normally to get the melee back and use other weapons, or we could just spam Consecration. I think you know what we chose to do. Momentum transfer is also another piece of the pie, giving more melee energy to add further redundancy to the build. Roaring Flames is a key part of the sheer damage output that Consecration could do with Pyrogales, so spamming Consecration is big for damage. If we maintain 3 stacks of Roaring Flames, Burning Maul can do an extreme amount of damage, more than all supers except for Star Eaters. So we have mods like Hands On to get said extreme damage, and other orb generating mods to help out our super as well. It's a truly hilarious build, and I couldn't help but chuckle as I was using it. It's really funny to just obliterate entire gambit lanes with just a single melee. Try it out today and let me know how it does. There is a dim link in the description if I remember. Thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for more, join my Discord, become a member. See you all in the next one. Blade Burger out.